4 brand new amazing sniping filters using only Premier League team of their seasons. If you're not following around here, hit that follow button. I drop investment tips. I do crazy sniping filters as well, what you won't see unless you're in Discords. And I also do pack openings. Let's get into this one. So you want to put special, you want to go to team of their season, and then you want to head over to Premier League. Make sure that's in. Next, this is the first sniping filter of the 4. Next, we're going to be putting defender in, and around 70k is what we're going to put in max buy now. Now, the cheapest on should be around Cucurella. There are 3 players who can show up inside this filter. Cucurella being the cheapest, setting the benchmark at 70k. Obviously, we want to pick Cucurella up at around 60, probably about 62k or below to make some alright profit. But let's just go have a quick look and see what other players can show up. We've got Cucurella, we've got Reece James, I think he's worth a tiny bit more than Cucurella. He might be worth about 75k. We've also got, if I can find him, where are you? I think it's Timber when we find him. Where is it? He's going to show up in a second. There he is, Timber. Now, he's worth a lot more and he can show up at 25k. I think he's worth a few 100k. So this is not bad at all. If you're sniping around him and you manage to see one instead of a Cucurella or a James, you're in for massive, massive profit. Let's move on to the second filter. Now, also, if you're not subscribed to my tube, go ahead, go over there and subscribe, because I've got a load of filters coming this week for that. We are going full-time on the tube as well. Going to be releasing at least 1 video per day on sniping filters or investment tips. So this one, you want to put Brazil in, and you want to go to around 37k, obviously keeping Premier League in. Now, the cheapest on is Bruno Guimaraes. He's worth 38k, roughly, so we want to pick this card up at around 33k or under to make some profit. Now, there are 3 cards in this filter as well who can show up, which I will show you in just a second. Oh, 1 at 37 there. Not quite what I wanted to see. But yeah, let's go check, see what else there is. So there's Thiago. He's currently worth just into 40s, so not bad at all if you can manage to pick one of him up. But there is a bigger lad as well. When we see him, João Pedro, and that's who we're looking for. He's worth 100k. He can show up inside this filter. If he does show up in the 30k region, you've made about 70k profit, which is not bad at all. It's exactly what we want to see. Moving to the third filter now, you're going to change that Brazil and swap it over for Spanish. This is exactly what I want to see in that filter, Spanish now instead of Brazil. And again, there's 2 players which can pop on, lowest of all 4 filters. The next filter is absolutely massive. You need at least a mil to be doing the next filter. So David Raya is the player who shows up at the cheapest. I think he's around 62k at the minute. So not bad at all. But the other player, we've already seen him in 1 at filters. The other player who can show up is Cucurella. Now, like I said, this filter only has the 2 players. It's got David Raya and it's got Cucurella. You probably wanted to pick Raya up at around 55k on snipes if he's selling it at 62. I know about an hour ago he was selling it at about 65k. Out of all the filters, I think this will be the most enjoyable one to use in terms of cards showing up. As you can see, one already shown up there at 59,500. People will just list keepers a little bit cheaper just because they're not as enjoyable as the outfield players. But yeah, Cucurella is this other player which can show up in this filter. And as we already know, he's worth around 70k. So not bad at all with that filter. Moving on to the big dog filter now. This is where you need to pay attention. In min, buy now. This is what you need to do. You want to put Arsenal into club. Don't forget to put Arsenal into club. Sorry, the wind is making my hair go everywhere. So Arsenal into club, you want to put 801k in min, buy now. Make sure it is in min, buy now, or this filter will not work. And then around 2.7 million coins is the cheapest on, and it is Saliba. Now, there are 3 players who can show up in this filter. I think Saliba has had a little dip. He's at around 2.6. I don't know why I spend all this time going down to him. But we've got another 2 massive players who can show up in this filter. But there you go, 2.6 mil. There is a few Ryas and a couple of Timbers. They will be gone after the time expires on these cards. Just avoid them cards for now. But like I said, put 801k into the min buy now. And as you can see here, Saliba is the cheapest on it, around 2.6. Let's take a quick look at who else can show up. Just going to pop my 801k back in there just to filter it out a bit. So the other cards which can show up, we've seen Saliba. He's the cheapest of the 3. Decky Rice, who's worth currently about 3.2 mil. I think maybe 3.3 mil, and we've got Gabrielle, who's worth very similar as well, around 3.1 mil, 3.2 mil.